Now, 1922 is the second time Thomas Jane has starred in a Stephen King adaptation. And if you want my opinion, he should stick to it. It suits him well. Now, 1922 is based off the Stephen King novella, and in this we follow Wilfred. He's this struggling father who decides that he's going to kill his wife for financial gain and bring his teenage son along for the ride. Now, I was looking forward to this movie mainly just because it's Stephen King. I love Stephen King, and anything that he does, I'm going to want to watch, whether it's Dark Tower Abysmal or Stephen King's It greatness. You know, like, I want to watch it. And I have to say, 1922 is a great movie, in my opinion. I think it's a great, interesting film that reminds us why we love King in the first place. And I think that's mainly because King can craft these elaborate worlds with supernatural elements while also giving us detailed characters. And whether these characters have great characteristics, likable or not, he makes you understand them. And I think that that's what's so great about 1922 is I think director Zach is able to bring the novella to life in a really dark and tragic and compelling way. I have some issues with the pacing of the movie. It definitely dips in and out because there is supernatural elements that feel really real, and they do a great job at representing it, but some of the realistic stuff gets a bit repetitive, in my opinion. I think we linger a little too long on that, hence making the movie seem a lot longer than it actually is. This isn't a horror movie, and I want to emphasize that because King is known for making horrific and horrifying stories, and while this has some of that horror elements into it, at the end of the day, this movie is a very heavy, dark drama. And I want people to know that, because people will go into this, even if having seen the trailer or read things about it, still hoping for a horror movie. And that's not what this movie is. It's a sad, tragic movie anchored by terrific performances from this cast. I mean, Molly Parker and Thomas Jane are just stellar in this movie, and their accents are spot on. And I think Zach does a great job in the directing chair, and the cinematography is great, and they really represent 1922 beautifully. The time, the greatness, the faults of that era really perfectly well. Overall, 1922 is a dark, sad, tragic adaptation of Stephen King's novella that reminds us why we like King in the first place. The performances are stellar, especially from Thomas Jane and Molly Parker, and I highly recommend checking this out on Netflix when it premieres on October 20th. As the score goes, I'm going to give 1922 a 3.5 out of 5. So you guys, there you have it. That was my review of 1922. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of the film when it comes out. And until next time, I'm the Slash Movie, and you guys have just been slashed.